Now, with a look at the Me Too movement, where stunning allegations have now surfaced against actor Alok Nath, the man known for his Sanskari image on screen 19 years after he shot to fame. Alok Nath has been accused of rape. The victim here is a top writer of the 1990s who took to Facebook to narrate her harrowing experience, calling him an alcoholic, shameless and obnoxious. The victim claimed that she was drugged, raped and brutalized. In a gut-wrenching post, the victim said that he was a television star of the decade that allowed him to get away with his behavior. So, in fact, the victim has put out a statement on Facebook, in fact, telling the story of what she went through. Now, she went into great detail about what she was made to go through at the hands of Alok Nath. Alok Nath is yet to respond to these allegations, but the victim, who was a screenwriter of the time, spoke about how she was drugged, how she was raped by this man who was at the top of his game in the 1990s when he shot to fame and became a household name across the country. Well, as I said, we had to hear from Alok Nath, but these are stunning allegations. The latest name to be swept up in the Me Too movement, Sujay Kantawala, senior lawyer, joining us in the broadcast. Sujay, thanks so much for joining us this morning. The Me Too movement has ensnared some big names, whether be it in Bollywood, in the media, or otherwise, in its wake. The latest, of course, Alok Nath, but these allegations extremely, extremely serious.
No, I agree that there are overwhelming instances now coming out, and the Me Too movement has caught on like wildfire. Look, any crime against a child or a woman has to be severely dealt with. I am totally against abhorrent crimes against women and children, and I've always stood up for that fact. But one has to understand that there have to be certain parameters and certain guidelines that have to be set into place. Otherwise, what will happen is that we will find instances of even innocent men who are targeted for XYZ reasons. And we don't want innocent people. That's the last thing that we would want in our country, is to see innocent people or soft targets who are in positions of power, some kind of false cases being leveled against them. So though on one hand I agree that there is a overwhelming necessity to have a strong Me Too movement, because we see exploitation and harassment not only in the movie industry, but let me tell you, in all walks of life.
That's
and I'm
true.
making this responsible statement. But we cannot have a movement which goes out of control and thereafter it is a monster difficult to control. That is the only anxiety that I want to express on your channel before the entire nation.
But Sujay, my question then to you is also this: that the fact there is a fact which is this, that our institutions, our organizations which are meant to deal with sexual harassment, sexual assault, etc. at the workplace, have absolutely failed, because very often these complaints go nowhere. These committees these allegations are looked at with no seriousness whatsoever by these companies very often.
Yes, my friend, I wholeheartedly agree with you that we need fast-track courts. We need to set up impartial committees to look into these allegations. We need proper forensic experts on these committees. And let me tell you one more thing. If such a committee or commission or inquiry is set up, I am willing to offer my services free of charge, because I am also very concerned with what is happening. If you have a character actor who otherwise portrays roles of a Babuji and a loving father figure in a family, and if there are serious allegations which have been leveled against him, then that is something very, very serious, and that really needs immediate and strict action. So I agree with you that there have to be fast-track courts to be set up. But listen, we are a country that is governed by the rule of law. If we ignore the due process and the rule of law, we don't want a chaotic situation. That is my only concern as a citizen and a lawyer and a father of a girl.